Firefighter badly burned in a natural gas explosion and fire 2 weeks ago. He was released from the hospital today.
Tom Murray talked with that firefighter. He joins us live with an exclusive interview. Tom?
Well, Mike, Courtney, an explosion at this duplex seriously wounded two veteran firefighters. You can see the front door is boarded up and the top floor windows blown out. The battalion chief, who suffered the worst injuries, tells me he believes God watched over him that day.
I truly believe that God protected me.
Battalion Chief Ray Groth has a new appreciation for life.
We could have easily have been killed that day.
In this hospital atrium, he showed me his arms and hands where he suffered second-degree burns. Now they are protected with healing wraps and mesh sleeves.
It's healing very fine. All of the nurses, the staff, everybody here is amazed at how fast the healing is going.
Groth seemed comfortable and says there is now little pain, even considering the scars on his lips.
They're a little bit harder because every time I eat, brush, shave, I tend to nick them or something, and it's tough to leave them alone like this long enough to heal up.
An explosion at this duplex on Milwaukee's north side injured Groth and another veteran firefighter. They were looking into a gas smell before the building went up in flames.
I do remember the incident. I remember the aftermath. There are certain things like being in the ER I don't remember.
This wounded firefighter spent about 2 weeks in an intensive care room like this here in the Columbia St. Mary's Regional Burn Center.
Going home is always the goal of everybody that comes in here, returning them to functional life, returning them to their professional life.
I'll share again. I said goodbye.
I will.
Appreciate everything you guys
so
did.
much.
Battalion Chief Groth thanked his nurses as he left Columbia St. Mary's with his wife. He tells me he is anxious to get back to work.
I'm looking forward to getting back with my first family, my wife and kids, for a little bit. But then, yeah, I'm anticipating eagerly getting back and doing my job.
And Groth is optimistic that he will be able to go back on the job at the Milwaukee Fire Department as early as August. The fire department says a resident who was wounded in that explosion remains hospitalized tonight. On your side, near 38th and Keefe, Tom Murray, today's TMJ4.
Boy, he's looking pretty good considering everything he's been through. Do we know any more about what caused the explosion, Tom?
Well, investigators, Mike, are still trying to pinpoint that, and part of what they need to do is talk to Groth, and now that he's improving, he may be able to provide the information that investigators need to help pinpoint the cause.
All right, thanks. Tom Murray joining us live with a nice success story, a firefighter going back to work.